Many families have waited to hear for more than a year on today's arrest. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers continues our coverage live in Tampa tonight. Nicole, how are some of the victims' families handling this big news?
Josh, just relief. You know, many of these heartbreaking stories have similar storylines. It all starts in tragedy, and then the family gets compensated, and then all that money vanishes. Tonight, some of the families we spoke with say they are relieved and hope that this is just one step closer to what they hope ends in justice. Countless stories with two men at the center of it all. Leo Gavon, a man accused of taking over $100 million from disabled people and their families, and his longtime accountant, John Whittick. Milt McMinn says his son Chase was shot in the head by a disgruntled customer at a Colorado auto body shop 8 years ago. While Chase miraculously survived, his injuries left him a quadriplegic and unable to speak. Through several lawsuits, Chase was awarded money, and like many others, he entrusted those funds to Gavoni's now bankrupt nonprofit. Though McMinn didn't get to see Gavon and Whittick in handcuffs today, their arrest was welcome news.
About darn time, huh? I'm hoping that maybe at some point we get some money back.
Kimberly Musinski entrusted Gavoni's nonprofit, the Center for Special Needs Trust Administration, to manage her daughter Abby's money she received in a wrongful birth case. Abby has since passed away, but today, Musinski's decade-long fight came to a head.
It means so much. I mean, just to know that we found justice once and for all is, after 10 years of fighting this, is just absolutely incredible.
Gavon remains innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. His attorney, Paul Cisco, says some of the information from law enforcement he might be seeing for the first time. So Cisco says he will now have to take a deep dive into that investigation before moving forward.
There's a lot of homework to do at this point, and a lot of learning to do, and a lot of seeing the extent of the investigation, see what we find credible and what we don't.
Gavon will be in court Thursday at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, his attorney will be preparing as families wait to find out if he gets bond. For now, live in Tampa, Nicole Rogers, 8 on your side.
Good afternoon. I'm Stacy Schott.
And I'm Josh Benson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. A 71-year-old Lakeland man vanished after a middle-of-the-night car ride nearly 3 weeks ago.
Crews have searched almost 36 bodies of water to try and find him. News Channel 8's Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva is live in Lakeland with the latest on the search for Frederick Blackwelder.
Stacy and Josh, Lakeland police have invited the group We Are the Essentials into this investigation, which involves a man who police say was a homebody and never really left the South Lakeland area.
Just visits family and attends church, so that's the area that he usually stays in.
But in the 1 o'clock hour, the morning of May 13th, officials say 71-year-old Frederick Blackwelder was driving toward Bartow on 98 South at 540A. It was the last time his vehicle, a 2006 white Toyota Scion TC, tag number 6653VY, was seen.
If the public could just review their videos and see if it's possible that he had been in the area, it would certainly help us in locating him.
Also helping to locate him, the volunteer search and recovery group, We Are the Essentials.
These areas in yellow are areas that we've searched.
Private investigator and volunteer Shelley Croft says the group uses a mapping system to track where they've gone and where they need to go, starting at the missing person's last known location.
We don't just go rogue and go out and start searching, because you have to have a starting point.
This weekend, We Are the Essentials partnered with Sunshine State Sonar to search 30 bodies of water, but found no sign of Blackwelder.
Everybody deserves that closure. The unknown is heartbreaking and devastating for families when they don't know where their loved one is.
Yeah, police say Blackwelder was reported missing on May 24th. That's when his family members have returned from a vacation and could not find him. Stacy?
Any foul play suspected here?
That would be a no as of right now, Stacy. Also, people may be wondering about a medical diagnosis. Sometimes you hear about that in these cases. We don't have that either. A purple alert has been issued, so law enforcement agencies will be keeping an eye on him. But no foul play suspected as of now.
All right, Stacy DeSilva, live in Lakeland. Thank you.
Right now, a news.
My feeling is that this man killed my father. My father could have gotten treatment. May he have survived the cancer? I don't know. but there's a possibility he could have.
An Alabama woman drove to Tampa for answers about her late father's missing money that she says was siphoned by Pinellas County businessman Leo Gavon. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. 2 weeks ago, federal agents arrested Gavon and his longtime accountant John Witek, accusing them of embezzling $100 million over 15 years from people with special needs.
But tonight, more people are coming forward saying they too trusted Gavon to safeguard their money, only to find it gone when they need it the most. 8 on Your Side investigative reporter Brittany Muller joins us now live in studio. And Brittany, you spoke to a woman who drove here all the way from Alabama looking for answers after her father's death.
Jen and Keith, that's right. Melissa Beck says her dad needed chemo to fight cancer, but she says another Leo Gavon-run nonprofit called Medicare Set Aside refused to pay for the treatments. Now Beck blames Gavon for her father's death.
Thomas Hancock was a hard-working man who never expected his life to come tumbling down. Hancock was a painter by trade until 2007 when the scaffolding underneath him collapsed and he fell 30 feet, leaving him badly injured. Hancock's attorneys fought for him, and when he was awarded money for his future medical care, they recommended he place the money with a Pinellas County-based company that specialized in safeguarding such funds, the Center for Medicare Set Aside.
There was money in this account, but we had no access to this money.
Melissa Beck says this is the only statement her father ever received from Medicare Set Aside. Dated 2023, it shows $347,000 in his account. So when Hancock got sick and his doctor said he needed chemotherapy, the family contacted Medicare Set Aside for help, only to get an answer they never expected.
Medicare Set Aside denied his chemotherapy treatment. We never could figure out why.
Thomas Hancock died from COPD and cancer complications in May. He was 73 years old. Now Melissa Beck holds one man responsible for her father's death, the man who founded Medicare Set Aside, Leo Gavon.
I blame Mr. Gavon. I blame Mr. Gavon for my father's death. If he had not taken my father's money, my father may still be alive. He may not still be alive. I don't know, but that's a question that will never be answered.
Beck says she didn't discover the alleged scheme until after her father's death.
My dad had no knowledge that he was even being stolen from. That's the worst part.
2 weeks ago, federal agents arrested Gavon and his accountant, John Witek, for embezzling $100 million over a 15-year period from Gavon's other nonprofit that managed money. The Center for Special Needs Trust Administration, based in St. Petersburg. Before Gavon was handcuffed, we tried to press him for answers.
What would you say to the victims? How did you spend $120 million?
This indictment paints a picture of Gavon living a life of luxury off the missing millions, buying a private jet, real estate, and a box at Ray J. For Melissa Beck, she wonders who else could have been involved.
While his wife is still living this luxury, why is she not indicted on this? Why has his son not been indicted? Why has the lawyer that was working with him not been indicted?
Now, yet another twist in this saga. We've learned that U.S. Attorney General and Temple Terrace native Pam Bondi has fired Assistant U.S. Attorney Mike Gordon. Gordon was one of many federal prosecutors who worked on cases involving the January 6th rioters. And Gordon was also the lead prosecutor on the Gavon case. We've reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and a spokesperson says the case against Leo Gavon and John Witek will proceed as scheduled, but would not comment on Gordon's termination.
I want to go back to Melissa Beck for just a second, because she brings up a good point. Could other people face charges in this?
It's a great question that so many of our viewers have been wondering. The federal indictment mentions others known and unknown to the grand jury conspired to defraud. So this might be a sign that the DOJ plans to charge other people in the case. But right now the question is, will there be a delay in this case because the lead prosecutor has been terminated?
Yeah.
We'll stay on it and we'll let you know.
All right. Thank you, Brittany.